All right, here we are. Beautiful Sunday afternoon, sitting around the house, nothing to do. At least nothing that we want to do. We're going to go for a drive.
It's always Sunday that we do this.
It is always Sunday that we do this. So I think we're going to go up to Mount St. Helens, or about as far as one can currently go up to Mount St. Helens, maybe run into some snow, and we'll take you along for the ride. All right, we stopped, got a boat snack.
Road snack.
Road snack, boat snack. Leaving Toledo now. Headed up to the mountain. We took the Subaru today, so we'll see you in a few. Alright, so we just pulled up to our first viewpoint. I think you guys might be a little far away. There we go. So, first viewpoint here is the world's longest bridge. Actually, it's not the longest bridge, but it does happen to be the longest bridge within about a 5-mile radius of here. Only because it's the only bridge within about a 5-mile radius of here. So let me see if I can do the flippity-do here and show you the bridge. So you got to see my big fat hand, but here is, and I don't know exactly how long it is, but it starts right about where that tree is there, and then it goes clear way over there. So let me do this with my other hand so it's not in the camera. Hey, look at that. Amazing how much better that works.
2,340 feet.
You guys hear that?
2,340 feet long.
2,340 feet. Built in, when does it say that it was built?
After the Mountain Blue?
After the mountain, well, yeah, I think most of this was probably built after the Mountain Blue.
Yeah.
And this is the Hofstadt Creek Bridge, home to a fairly recent and fairly unfortunate event. Those of you that know. Let's see. We're just looking at these little plaques here.
We're on the very edge of the blast zone.
Very edge of the blast zone.
For this side of it, anyways.
Well, yeah, for this side of it. There's that. Camera's falling all over the place. Trying to keep the blasting sun out of the view. Let's see. Weyerhaeuser's commitment to, wow, was a $9 million investment, and that was in not until the first commercial thinning scheduled. Well, yeah, I mean, that would have been what, in the 80s?
Yeah.
Obviously, so I don't know what that would equate to nowadays.
A lot.
And then not until the first commercial thinning scheduled for the year 2010. Wow, that's funny. They say that as if that's in the future. Now in the future.
Now in the past.
Yeah. By the year 2026, this new forest will begin to be harvested. So next year, the trees that were planted then, that's pretty cool. It's been a long time since I've been up here. I mean, I grew up with this in my backyard, but yeah, definitely something we take advantage of. All right, well, I think we're going to move on up the road and stop at the next viewpoint and go from there. All right, well, both the temperature and scenery has changed a little bit in the, since the last time we turned the camera on.
Which it's been about 5 minutes.
We found this cool looking, this hip dude here. That makes it look tiny, but yeah, that's in comparison to my wife. So that's actually pretty tall. So this is the Elk Rock viewpoint. I don't know that we're really going to be able to see much because it is pretty cloudy today. But let's walk over to this here sign and
look, there's Minnie Mouse.
See what they've got to see about Elk Rock viewpoint. Minnie Mouse.
Look, he had ears.
Oh.
Somebody made a snow mouse.
Well, now it's snow sacrifice.
I kind of tore his head off. I'm sorry.
Oh, you heard it. He tore its head off. Oh, I wore my holy shoes. They're full of snow. It's a good thing we got floor heaters.
Yeah.
All right, let me flip the camera around here and we'll show you this map. Not that you're going to be able to read any of it, but see, this is talking about the Hummocks Trail.
A very good trail. Been on that one.
Walk on top of Old Mount St. Helens, the 1980 landslide race down the Toutle Valley, carrying with it huge intact pieces of mountain called hummocks. Meadow Lake Trail and Miner's Car? What is that?
That's not one I've been to
Take
yet.
a short walk on this paved trail and discover how life survived May 18th, 1980 eruption under a protective layer of snow and ice. The trail ends at beautiful Meadow Lake. Near the parking lot, see the remains of a 1972 Pontiac Grand Am, which was pummeled by the May 18, 1980 lateral blast. Well, where is that? Here, take the camera. Where is that in comparison to, because I'm seeing, so this is Meadow Lake, and this is Miner's Car. Not my car. So where are we? Does this have a "you are here"?
There's no star.
This is Cougar.
Well, that's Johnson.
This is Spirit Lake. So yeah, it's like right up here. I've never heard of this lake. Huh. I'll be a son of a gun.
We'll have to come up and hike it this summer.
Yeah, well, because I saw the little dock here, and I just thought that was like the little thing out on
Cold water?
out on Coldwater. Okay, so let's go on ahead, and probably should have the camera out and like not in my face when I flip it around, huh? You can see my cheeks are getting red. It's a little nippy up here.
I'm not sure if you can hear it, but the snow is frozen, so every time we take a step,
Yeah.
it crunches and then we fall into it.
And I was just noticing what a dork I am, because I can tell you the brand name of these tires in the snow. They're Iron Mans.
You are a dweeb.
So I'm sorry. But anyway, we're gonna get on back on the road, see how much further up we can get. Whew, that sun is piercing. So we're gonna get on back in the car. All right, and then that's all she wrote. Road closed. I think it's up at mile 54 or 57 or whatever. They had a big old landslide on number of this road, 504, I think.
Something like that.
Spirit Lake Highway.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, this is what we do. So we're gonna turn around. Right behind us here is Coldwater Lake. So we're gonna go pull in there. Probably walk out on the boardwalk for a little bit. It's really funny. One stop, and I fill my shoes up with snow because I wore my funky shoes. And like, there's no snow. Like, we get up the other side of that, no snow. So I filled my shoes up with snow for no reason. We should have just passed it.
Oh, but I like the snow.
Well, yeah, I like the snow too, and that was a cool snowman.
It was.
And then you wouldn't have been able to murder that snow mouse.
I didn't mean to.
Well, I mean, that's involuntary manslaughter. So
No, it's mouse slaughter.
So, all right, we're gonna peace out for a second. Turn around, go park down at Coldwater, and then we'll see you in a minute.
All right.
All right, so we're here at Coldwater Lake.
It is cold.
It is cold. There is water.
It is a lake.
It is a lake.
Well named, this.
So, by definition, yeah, it is definitely well named. There's our lone little Subi there in the background. So, take a look at the visitor doohickey. So, Mount St. Helens National Volcanic Monument, State Route 504 access. Hey, I was right, it is 504. So, here's a little map. Coldwater Recreation Area, the Hummocks Trail, South Coldwater, Lewitt Viewpoint, Johnston Ridge Observatory, which unfortunately we will not be able to go to today. Which really sucks. That is a heck of a place to watch meteor showers.
Very much so.
So here's Coldwater Lake. That's where we currently are. We are, I think we're on this end of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got another little sign over here. Let's go check this out. Birth of a lake. Let's see if I can get you in here to where you can read this. After a turbulent blast shattered the forest and an avalanche of rock filled the end of this stream valley, a lake began to form. As the first plants sprouted in the barren gray landscape, this new lake had already transformed into a sparkling gem bustling with life. So that's pretty cool. You know, there was definitely a lot of, let me flip the camera around here. There was definitely a lot of devastation that came from the eruption, but there was also a lot of beauty that came from it too. You know, it took a while to show its face, and a lot of it really didn't. I think there was life returning to the valley, just short months after the eruption. Mm-hmm. You know, little plants and little, just all kinds of little stuff. I kind of want to take you down here and show you this, so you're not just stuck looking at my ugly mug. It's just really pretty up here.
The view from this lake is definitely one of my favorites.
Oh yeah. So, I think, oh yeah.
And with the moon in the background, that's really great too.
You got that, you got the water moving through here. And I'm not entirely sure what this little stream, river, creek thing is, because further out there that's Coldwater Lake.
If I remember correctly, in the wintertime as the snow melts, this creates a little flow into one of the nearby creeks, but only in the wintertime.
Okay. Well, it looks like there's a little trail over here that we can go up. You want to be careful when you're in areas like this because you want to be very deliberate to stay on the trail. And sometimes that's kind of a matter of opinion, because I would imagine that when they put this park in, what we're walking on right now was not a trail, but it has definitely become a traveled area. Now we came over here and parked because I thought that the boat launch or the boardwalk thing was over here, but I might have been wrong.
We'll have to see.
So I'm gonna flip this around so you guys can take a little stroll with us. We got some more informational signs over here. If the basin filled, catastrophic floods could be released. Rain fell, snow melted, water poured into the basin. Geologists forecasted that the lake would be full by 1981. I'm not going to sit and read the whole thing.
I'm sure they can pause it and read it if they'd like.
Oh, probably. The lake traps ash to build a delta. There. That way you can pause it and read it if you really want to. So we're going to keep on walking down here. Oh, there's a little boardwalk thing. Yeah, I think the boardwalk might actually take off from the boat launch side, so we're having to walk over all the way anyway.
Oh, well.
Whatever. You know, it's a horrible walk.
It's terrible. Nothing to look at.
Yeah.
It's not like it's paved or anything, so it's nice and smooth.
I know. All right, so we got this neat little dock here. I don't know, is it called a dock when it's not on buoys? Pier?
I think it's a pier at that point, but I could be wrong.
We got this her wooden thingy.
With a great view.
Yeah, great view, great bench. There was a car in the parking lot on the other side, which means somewhere out here. Oh, look at that moon.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty. Which means
There's either
somewhere out there there's somebody fishing.
Yeah.
Or at least floating around.
This lake looks kind of small, but it's actually a lot bigger. A lot bigger than it looks.
Yeah. Well, and there's another drive that we will probably take you on eventually at some point, where you can see it from a different vantage point. Mm-hmm. Those hills that I was showing you in that when I panned across there, you will be looking down at it from those hills.
And there's a really great hiking trail that goes all the way around it. And on the other side of this trail, some of the logging equipment that was up on the hillside when the mountain blew is still there.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see.
Yeah, it ended up costing more, or it was going to cost more to get the stuff out than the equipment was even worth, and it was completely destroyed. So
there's a really cool bulldozer. I've hiked around this lake a couple of times, and the bulldozer, it's kind of half sunk into the ground, and you can actually climb inside it. At your own risk. Tetanus is a thing, and it's pretty amazing that it's just kind of become part of the hillside.
That section of dirt's got a little more iron.
Just a little bit, yeah.
All right, here's another one of these nifty little dock pier wooden thingamabobbers.
You can see evidence of the beaver that's around here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that one doesn't look so much like beaver. I don't know. No, that's just tree maintenance, I think.
Okay. Well, some of the other ones
because these ones are cut off too.
Those ones are, yes.
If we find a beaver tree, we will definitely show it to you. because that is pretty cool.
I have seen beaver in this lake, though.
Yeah. When you and I took off around it that one day,
Yeah.
we saw a beaver in that little alcove over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's another little dealie over there. Here's the beginning of the board. We can just kind of see it out there. I don't know if it's technically a boardwalk or what it is. The drive up here was nice.
Mm-hmm. There's
I
only
was
a couple spots where the road was kind of slick, but otherwise it's pretty good.
Ooh, you want a dime?
Can't be leaving litter around.
I know.
I'll be picking dimes up.
I like free money.
Even if it is only 10 cents.
Hey, that's 1/10 of a dollar.
True.
All right. So,
A little slippery out here.
you can't fish with a hook. You can only fish with sticks.
Jeremy.
And if you only have one arm, you're not allowed to swim here. So, let's carry on.
Good grief. I believe it's no fishing or swimming from this little dock thingy.
Oh man, you were right. This sucker is slickery.
Mm-hmm.
I've been out here on bright days, bright sunny days, and you can just watch the fish. You can only fish in this lake. It is
No barb.
barbless and lure only. You can't use worms and single hook. And it's on top of that, it's only catch and release.
Which seems
So-
like just a hardship for the fish at that point. But
Pretty stringent rules, but it's also, I don't think it's very heavily fished.
no. It's not.
It is definitely more of a sportsman's lake, and not so much, somebody looking to put food on the table.
I think in this instance, if you came out here to fish, you're fishing just for the fact that you're fishing.
Yeah.
You're not really, it's great to catch something at that point, but you're really just out here to enjoy it.
Yeah, you're just out here communing with nature at this point. Yeah,
Look you can see the water is just so clear. You can see all the way to the bottom right here.
yeah. I don't know if the camera's gonna.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, it'll pick up on that. Watch me
Drop your phone.
drop my phone in the water. Yeah, that is just absolutely crystal clear. That's beautiful, and the whole lake is like that.
There's areas where if you go out towards the middle, you can look down and you can actually see a lot of the logs that were blown over. They're still at the bottom and they're preserved, and you can just look at them from the surface.
So if you look up here on the hillside, I don't know, right there in about the middle of the screen, that is the Coldwater Visitor Center. And I believe it's currently closed. You can go ahead and zoom it out. It's currently closed, or I don't know if it's closed for the season or if it's closed just because of the hour. It's probably closed for the season, I would think. But yeah, that's one of the things that, we've got, how many do we have now? They closed down Hofstadt Bluffs.
I think there's 4.
There's the one down by Sequest. There's Coldwater. There's Johnston Ridge. There's the Forest Learning Center. So that's technically a visitor center.
Yeah.
And is there another one?
Can't think of another one off the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're all really great to visit.
Oh, they are. They're super neat.
Each one of them has kind of their own little focus that you see.
Oh, that's icy.
That is icy. Yeah. Skating around. Each visitor center kind of focuses on something different, so you can get a much better understanding of everything that went into when the mountain blew and how it came back.
So the birth of a lake gives hope. Coldwater Lake, Castle Lake, Spirit Lake, and Silver Lake were all created by eruptions of Mount St. Helens. These lakes show us that life quickly responds to natural changes of the Earth's surface. And, like I said earlier, this area recovered incredibly quickly from the amount of devastation that Mount St. Helens caused. So we'll just give you another spin around here real quick of what we're looking at. I mean, even the snow-covered peaks that aren't the mountain are just absolutely beautiful. Okay, so there's that. We're gonna camera on back around. So that's our trip up to Mount St. Helens, or as far as we could go.
At least on this side.
That's our trip to the road closed sign.
Yes. There is another, there's another adventure that's more on dirt roads that we'll have to take you on. It's less traveled.
Yeah, that's the one that I was talking about, where you get another, you get to see this lake again from another vantage point. Mm-hmm. So I think we're gonna go on ahead and sign off. We're gonna play around with some different editing styles on this video. See if we can, make things a little smoother, make it a little more desirable to watch, less grainy, less choppy, and go from there. So until next time, guys, peace out. Thanks for riding with us.
See ya.